All about kidney disease in seniors. Kidneys are among the most vital organs in our bodies. They are the driving force behind filtering all the blood in your body. Kidneys draw the waste out the blood and help keep fluid and electrolyte levels regulated, pushing all the bad material out through urination. You have two kidneys, one on each side of your spine below the rib cage, and you may not notice anything wrong with them, even if just a small fraction of your kidneys are working. There may come a point, though, after years of having kidney disease, where your kidneys stop working properly altogether. This could be from damage from having low-quality blood flow through them or other reasons, and it's when you are in immediate need of help. This is where dialysis comes in. It's a treatment that helps filter your blood for you when your kidneys can't. Here's more information about kidney disease in seniors. Chronic kidney disease is a chronic condition that can develop very quickly or over the course of many years. But in either situation, the end result is the same: your blood needs to cleanse, and you need to seek help in order to do that. There are 5 stages of chronic kidney disease in seniors, each varying on how much blood and waste your kidneys can filter per minute. The most mild stage 1 occurs when kidneys aren't functioning quite normally, but they can still filter 90 milliliters of blood per minute. The stages trickle down with varying levels of filtration until stage 5, end-stage renal disease, where your kidneys absolutely need help filtering blood on their own. Causes. The list for the causes of kidney failure is long, and many of the causes revolve around the quality of your blood, which then affects everything else in your body. Having any of the following can increase your likelihood of developing kidney disease. High blood pressure. One of the leading causes of kidney failure, high blood pressure can damage nerve endings and blood vessels within the kidney that can stop it from working properly. Diabetes. Another one of the leading causes of kidney failure, diabetes means your blood sugar levels are too high, which can then affect the quality at which kidneys can filter the necessary waste out of your blood. 1 in 3 of diabetes patients has chronic kidney disease. Glomerulonephritis. A disease that damages the kidney's filtering units and may be acquired by being passed down through generations. Family history of kidney disease. You're more likely to develop kidney disease if someone else in your immediate family has dealt with the issue in the past. Heart failure. If something is wrong with your heart, that means there's something wrong with the blood flowing through it, which can then affect every other organ in your body, including your kidneys. Symptoms. The only true way to know if your kidneys are decreasing in their ability to function is going to the doctors and getting the right tests done. Before your kidneys reach the advanced stages of failing, there aren't many symptoms that indicate that anything is wrong. But once chronic kidney disease starts to really take effect, some of the symptoms include the following: nausea, headaches, Change in urination patterns. Chest pain. Sleep problems. Weight loss. Numbness. Dry skin. Ten signs of an unhealthy heart you need to know. If you experience a combination of any of these symptoms, it's important you call a health professional to get the help you need. 1. Aching in the shoulder and chest. Chest pains, especially on the left side near the heart, have long been a sign for a potential impending heart attack. Sharp pain in the shoulder usually doesn't indicate a problem with the heart, but a slow and gradual building of pain in the shoulder area may be an indication of unhealthy heart issues. 2. Snoring and sleeping problems. Episodes of sleep apnea, which can cause sleepers to wake up gasping for air, cause inconsistent sleep patterns that can be stressful on the heart. Recently developed sleep apnea or snoring problems can indicate there is something wrong with the heart. 3. Difficulty with sexual function. Erectile dysfunction can be caused by an improper relationship between the flow of blood from the heart to the penis, indicating possible atherosclerosis, the narrowing of arteries, and a cause for heart disease. 4. Irregular heartbeat. An irregular heartbeat is more formally known as arrhythmias, which means that your heart isn't pumping blood at its normal rhythm. While you can be relatively healthy and still have an irregular heartbeat, it is also an indication for heart failure or an impending heart attack. 5. Sore gums and jaw, mouth problems. Having open wounds and infected parts of your mouth allows things bad for your heart to flow directly to it, affecting the heart's overall health. Pain running from the heart up to around the jaw area is a common sign of a heart attack, especially in women. 6. Puffy legs and feet. Swelling of the legs and feet can be a sign of heart failure. Similar to pain in the chest and torso, the swelling of the legs and feet are caused by the improper flow of blood to the heart. 7. Shortness of breath and fatigue. The American Heart Association said shortness of breath is an indicator of heart failure. Blood vessels can get backed up due to an unhealthy heart, and it starts spreading to places it shouldn't be, like the lungs. 8. Dizzy/lightheadedness. Feeling dizzy or lightheaded, or even fainting, can be a sign that blood flow to the brain is restricted, which is a leading cause for strokes and heart attacks. The dizziness and fainting can also be caused by a drop in blood pressure. 9. Persistent cough. A persistent cough is not always a sign your heart has a problem, because it's a common symptom of many common illnesses like a cold, the flu, and bronchitis. A never-ending cough can be a sign of fluid building up in your lungs, which is a sign of congestive heart failure. 10. Random bouts of cold sweats. Sweating, especially cold sweats, may be a sign of a problem with your heart when you're not doing any sort of physical activity, particularly when there's chest pain associated with it. The sweat may come from your body trying to cool down the inflammation around the heart. Diabetes prevention and treatment for senior. There is no cure for diabetes. But for the most part, diabetes cases are treated differently based on which type you have, due to your body's different needs, blood sugar levels, and health effects stemming from diabetic symptoms. Type 1 treatment. The main mode of treatment for type 1 diabetes is putting the insulin in your body yourself because your pancreas doesn't make it. This can be done 2 separate ways. Injections. This occurs via a needle or insulin pen. Pumps. Attached to your body, the pump can slowly introduce insulin or rapidly do so without you having to inject yourself. When you have type 1 diabetes, You should also be constantly monitoring your blood sugar levels, eating healthy foods, and exercising to ensure that the insulin that is now present in your body through injection doesn't have to work harder to get the job done. As you age, it's even more vital that you pay attention to your blood sugar levels and stick to a strict treatment regimen. As one study points out, it may be more difficult for older adults to manage their type 1 diabetes because of the lack of mobility or cognition needed to help keep blood sugar levels in check. The study also noted that the earlier in life you are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, the longer of a burden the disease can have while opening the door to other diabetes-related complications. Type 2 treatment. The primary step in type 2 diabetes treatment is getting your lifestyle and eating habits in order. Eating healthy and becoming more active, whether it's starting to take walks or signing up for a class, are important steps in maintaining your blood sugar levels. There are medical means that can help regulate blood sugar levels, too. These include metformin, Ozempic, and Wegovy. This is the primary type 2 diabetes medication used to help adjust blood sugar levels, as long as your diabetes hasn't advanced enough to cause kidney failure, heart issues, or other severe health issues. While metformin, Ozempic and Wegovy have also been shown to cause you to lose weight, taking this medication should be done alongside exercise plans and healthy eating so you can keep the weight off once done with the medication. Insulin therapy. Some with type 2 diabetes need help getting their insulin levels back on track and working the right way. Like type 1 diabetes, this function can be done through injections or pumps. The type of insulin, and how long you need it, can be determined by your doctor. When you have type 2 diabetes, you should be taking aforementioned A1C tests several times a year, so you can see how your blood sugar levels are progressing at a very detailed measure. While it is technically possible to reduce blood sugar levels back to normal or pre-diabetic levels, the most important thing to do when you've reached this level is maintain the regimen that got you to those better levels. This will help keep blood sugar levels low and minimize the damage done from the previous years. One study hosted people with diabetes and instituted a new lifestyle plan that addressed their issues. The subjects exercised for at least 175 minutes a week, about 25 minutes a day, ate between 1,200 and 1,800 calories a day, and continuously received therapy and information about how to maintain a healthy lifestyle. 10% of the people with diabetes were able to get off their medication after a year and had blood sugar levels that were no longer in the diabetic range. It's also important, from the doctor's end, to watch out how strictly seniors with diabetes are being treated. For instance, seniors' A1C levels may be around 6.5, a level normally considered to be on the cusp of diabetic. However, it's important seniors' blood sugar levels don't drop dangerously low due to the risk of hypoglycemia, which can immediately cause more severe health effects, coma, fainting, etc., and heighten the risk of mortality. How aging in place beneficial with seniors. Aging in place is the concept of staying in one's own home as one ages. Over time, many changes accompany retirement age, both positive and negative. On the one hand, people naturally become more comfortable with familiarity and routines. Aging in place makes it easier to adjust to the changes that come with aging, such as reduced mobility or declining health. On the other hand, sudden changes like moving into an assisted living facility can be a big shock to the system. For many older adults, having strangers coming in and out of their homes daily can feel unsettling. By contrast, aging in place allows older adults to maintain their independence while still receiving support from caregivers like family members or healthcare workers. This can help them avoid the stress and anxiety associated with new surroundings or unfamiliar people. How to age in place at home. There are a few key things that you can do to age in place successfully. First, it's essential to be proactive about your health, including eating a balanced diet, staying active, and getting regular checkups. Additionally, you'll want to create a support network of family and friends who can help you with caregiving tasks like transportation, groceries, and light housekeeping. You should also keep a list of emergency contacts for these loved ones in case of any unforeseen issues. Finally, staying active and engaged in your community is a good idea. This can help you maintain a strong social network, which is essential for both your mental and physical health. There are many ways to stay active, such as joining a senior center or participating in local activities. Mental health benefits of aging in place. Aging in place has been shown to have several mental health benefits. However, it isn't a standalone concept. Aging in place was found to be most successful when it was combined with other programs, such as livable communities and services, such as those that provide social interaction, education, and support. While aging in place isn't the same as these programs, the research shows that they share many of the same benefits. In other words, while aging in place can be a great way to maintain your independence, staying socially connected and engaged in your community is also important. This combination of factors has improved mental health outcomes for older adults, such as increased life satisfaction. Many people feel happier and more content with familiar routines and surroundings. Greater self-esteem. By functioning without depending on others, many people feel a sense of accomplishment and greater self-worth. Reduced anxiety and depression. Many people feel calmer and less anxious with a stable and comfortable living situation. Better cognitive function. With a stimulating environment, people are more likely to engage in activities that keep their minds sharp. Additionally, with a happier mental state, it's easier to maintain a healthier lifestyle overall. Not to mention that the community around them benefits when aging in place is supported. Everyone can benefit when older adults stay in their homes and are active in the community as they age. How diet impacts your mental health. Mental health is a topic that is being discussed a lot more frequently. It is even predicted to be one of the top health concerns in the world by 2030. Mental health conditions can significantly decrease quality of life and even become debilitating. While there are a handful of contributors in the development and management of mental health issues, nutrition plays an integral role. The impact of nutrition on mental health is in large part due to nutrition's role in shaping our gut microbiome. Our gut microbiome refers to the community of microorganisms that live in your GI tract. It is essential for our mental and cognitive health, proper digestion and absorption of nutrients, neurotransmitter metabolism, and our immune system. Ideally, our microbes in our gut work together to support health when they are in balance. Our microbiome is linked directly to the brain by a connection referred to as the gut-brain axis. This is a bidirectional communication pathway that influences mental health. When microbes are imbalanced, it is referred to as dysbiosis. Increase your intake of probiotics, which help to populate the gut microbiome with beneficial bacteria. Dietary sources of probiotics include fermented foods such as kimchi and sauerkraut, kombucha, kefir and yogurt. Also, be sure to increase your intake of prebiotics, dietary fibers, which feed the gut bacteria to help them thrive and repopulate. High sources of dietary fiber include whole grains like oatmeal and quinoa, veggies such as bell peppers, broccoli, and zucchini, and fruits such as avocados, berries, and bananas. Anti-inflammatory diets are linked with a decrease in risk for mental health conditions. Specifically, the Mediterranean diet, which is high in plants, nuts, seeds, and unsaturated fats, is anti-inflammatory and linked to reduced risk for developing depression and other mental health issues. Did you know that our blood sugar is linked with inflammation? When our blood sugar is out of control, we can begin to feel moody, irritable, and dizzy. Chronic blood sugar dysregulation can lead to an imbalance of insulin levels, leading to inflammation. Regulate blood sugars by pairing carbs with proteins and healthy fats. Choose complex carbs that are higher in fiber and nutrients, and try to minimize added sugars. Balance the amount of carbohydrates you intake. At meals for women, I recommend 30 to 45 grams and, for men, I recommend about 45 to 60 grams. Stressors such as psychological stressors, chronic alcohol use, exposure to cigarette smoke, lack of sleep, and a nutrient-poor diet can increase oxidative stress to the body, increasing harmful inflammation. Increase your intake of colorful fruits and veggies to combat oxidative stress and increase your body's antioxidant defense system. Aim to have 3 colors each meal. The more colors you have, the more phytonutrients you ingest. Incorporate omega-3s into your weekly routine. Omega-3s are able to travel through the brain cell membrane and interact with mood-related molecules in the brain, and they also have anti-inflammatory properties that can help relieve depression. The best source of omega-3s are fatty fish, such as salmon, herring and anchovies. If you don't like fish, that's okay. You can always opt for a supplement or incorporate plant-based sources of omega-3s such as walnuts, flax seeds, or chia seeds. What causes pneumonia in the elderly? Pneumonia is an illness that seems to affect seniors in a radically different way than it does people in other age groups. But does it actually target seniors the way it seems to? Every elderly person's individual risk factor for pneumonia may be different. Below are some of the various risks that can lead to pneumonia. Older age. As mentioned above, age is a risk factor for pneumonia, and seniors are generally seen as being at special risk for pneumonia. Our immune systems tend to be less effective as we age, and this introduces a general sense of vulnerability for seniors. This is the starting point from which many different causes branch out. Heart disease and other serious health conditions. Heart disease and any illnesses or associated with smoking can cause particular vulnerability, and, again, this is a risk factor that can be present in younger adults that is made worse by the general vulnerability presented by older age. In general, seniors who suffer from serious health conditions are more at risk for pneumonia infection. Inability to strongly cough. There are some potentially surprising risk factors for seniors. For example, seniors who cannot cough very effectively after suffering a stroke or as the result of general bodily frailty may be at particular risk for pneumonia. The ability to expel the source of an infection in the lungs can often prevent the onset of pneumonia, and coughing is the mechanism through which our bodies can remove these infectious elements. If you can't cough, you can't be very effective at ridding yourself of infectious elements in your lungs. Therefore, extra care must be taken with seniors who cannot produce a strong cough. Anything that affects the lungs. Contagious illness is a common cause of pneumonia in seniors, and the flu isn't the only one that's of concern. Even a common cold can cause pneumonia in a vulnerable senior. Essentially, any underlying issue that affects the lungs can bring about an infection that causes inflammation or fluid buildup in the lungs. That means that other seemingly mundane potential sources of pneumonia, including mold spores in the home, can cause serious problems for seniors as well. This is just one reason why a clean living environment is so important for people aged 65 and up. Infectious environments. Unfortunately, seniors who live in institutional settings such as hospitals and nursing homes are at higher risk of death from hospital-acquired pneumonia than others in the same age group, but there are a few things to keep in mind here. First of all, healthcare institutions tend to be places where sick people congregate, so exposure to pneumonia is more of a risk in a hospital than it is in, say, the average grocery store. Additionally, many of the seniors who live in institutional settings are already suffering from another illness or have immune systems that are otherwise compromised. An otherwise healthy senior who moves into an assisted living facility isn't likely to immediately contract pneumonia after she gets settled in her new home. Overall, it's important to be well informed and mindful about the risks pneumonia presents to elderly people. It's not just the flu that brings about potentially deadly pneumonia in seniors. This is a real disease with real consequences, and those consequences can include death. Seniors are at higher risk for this outcome than most other age groups, with the exception of the very young. Every senior and every person who takes care of seniors should be aware of the signs and symptoms of pneumonia. As with most infectious diseases, catching pneumonia early can be the key to avoiding a devastating outcome. The benefits of pets for older adults. Pets offer many direct benefits for older adults, from promoting social interaction with other pet owners in the community to providing support for those with health issues or mobility limitations. In addition, caring for a pet can encourage regular physical activity. For example, simply walking a dog each day provides both physical and mental benefits. Overall, pets play an essential role in helping older adults live healthier lives as they age. Decreased isolation. Owning a pet is one way to reduce the negative effects of social isolation. Dogs are incredibly social creatures that love forming close bonds with their humans. They make wonderful companions and bring joy into the lives of their owners through simple daily activities like walks and playing fetch. According to recent studies, dog owners who are socially isolated have better mental health than other socially isolated older adults who never had a pet. These findings suggest that dogs, and other pets, can help reduce social isolation and loneliness while providing psychological benefits. By providing companionship and alleviating feelings of isolation in older adults living at home or in long-term care facilities, pets can play an important role in reducing the risks associated with decreased social engagement. Increased physical activity. Pet ownership is a fantastic way for older adults to stay active and healthy. Not only does playing with pets offer regular exercise, but the responsibility of caring for an animal can be very rewarding. For example, walking a dog regularly helps keep your heart rate up, improving circulation and energy levels. So whether you're playing catch in the backyard or going for long walks together, owning a pet can be a fun and effective way to stay physically active as you age. Reduced stress. Pet ownership is well known to have many stress-reducing benefits. Numerous studies have found that individuals who own pets tend to have lower cortisol levels, indicating a decreased physiological response to stress. Likewise, pets provide oxytocin boosts, also known as the love hormone, which can have a calming and soothing effect. Sense of purpose. Pets can be essential in providing a sense of purpose for older adults. Caring for a pet requires your time, effort, and attention. This can help to keep older adults engaged and motivated, even when faced with other health challenges. Small tasks like feeding, walking, and grooming a pet can give older adults a sense of purpose and help them to feel needed and valued, thus improving mood and overall health in the process. Improved self-esteem. One of the most important benefits of pet ownership for older adults is improved self-esteem. A sense of self-worth and belonging are essential for maintaining mental health as you age. Because your pet loves you unconditionally, they can provide a significant boost to your self-esteem. Better heart health. Studies have found that individuals with pets have lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels, both of which are risk factors for heart disease. In addition, pet owners tend to have higher survival rates following a heart attack. Additionally, a study of seniors with pre to mild hypertension discovered that those who own dogs had lower systolic and diastolic blood pressure readings. Is sleep deprivation hurting your mental health? Your mental health is complex, and how you sleep is one important factor in your mental health. Effect of sleep on the brain. Sleep allows for your body to rest and heal from the stress of your daily life. Sleep deprivation worsens both physical and mental health symptoms, which is why maintaining a good sleep ritual can greatly benefit your health. Proper amounts of sleep make waking up in the morning easier, and improve your circadian rhythm. Several chronic illnesses linked to sleep deprivation have been found. Two examples of illnesses which have increased risk of development due to sleep deprivation are cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Psychological impacts of sleep deprivation have been linked directly to the development of depression and other mental health disorders. Once treated for sleep issues, many people experience relief from depressive and other mental health symptoms. Sleep's connection to mental health and mood. Forgetfulness. Forgetfulness and trouble concentrating are reported from people who get less than the recommended sleep amount each night. This can greatly affect your mood and lead to negative feelings associated with depression. Emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is impacted by sleep deprivation. Without proper sleep, you increase the odds of experiencing irritability and anger in your day. If sleep deprivation continues, this can greatly impact your quality of life and relationships with others. Depression and anxiety. Depression and anxiety are worsened without proper sleep habits. This is due to your body not having enough time to recuperate from the previous day of stress. Anxious and depressive feelings can be worsened or increase in combination with forgetfulness and less emotional regulation. Seek a medical professional's help if you experience chronic sleep deprivation. How much sleep is enough? The research recommends that adults 18 to 60 get at least 7 hours of sleep per night. This number goes up to 7 to 9 hours for adults 61 plus. Studies also show that men on average get less continuous sleep than women. As we age, sleep becomes a more important factor in maintaining our health. How to improve your sleep. Good sleep hygiene and habits are integral to promoting and increasing your quality of life and mental health. Setting a nighttime ritual for sleep can help. Decreasing screen time before bed and exercising during the day to help regulate energy levels for those whose minds race at night. Address medical issues and chronic sleep issues with a specialist. There are comprehensive sleep studies that are available to those who suffer from chronic sleeping issues. These studies allow a specialist to focus on how your brain functions when you try to sleep, so that they can directly improve your sleep in the future. This can be done either in a medical setting, or specialists now offer an at-home version. Find a sleep specialist in your area today for more information on the benefits of taking a sleep study. Seek help from your doctor if feelings of anxiety or depression persist for prolonged periods. If you cannot fix your sleep schedule by yourself or have chronic sleep issues, reach out to a specialist to see what your options are, because you are not alone. Senior singles travel and leisure for senior women. As an older woman, retirement should be a wonderful time to do exciting things with your newfound freedom. A considerable part of your life may have involved taking care of your kids and spouse and focusing on your career, leaving very little you time. Finally, that time is here. This is the next exciting chapter of your life. Why travel? You deserve this. this is a great time to put yourself first and splurge a bit. Go on that trip you have always wanted to go and don't worry so much about people back home. You can always call them to see that they are fine. Connecting with new people, shared experiences are powerful and healing in that they help us feel less alone. Some people prefer the all-inclusive vacation. However, in the event you plan to go on a trip where you volunteer, you will meet people who share your values on giving and sacrifice. This may lead to significant, long-lasting friendships. Fuels your purpose. One of the ways to enhance the quality of your life is to stay purposeful. Travel is a way to do this, whether you are fulfilling a childhood dream to go to Italy on a food and wine trip or whether you are helping women in Africa learn to be economically independent. It is deeply fulfilling and liberating. New experiences. New experiences are fun and exciting and even a little scary. You are guaranteed to enjoy them. As you interact with different people and their cultures, you will get to understand them and truly appreciate them. This is a very eye-opening affair. You also get to experience different food, drinks, and weather. What a treat. It's versatile. All travel experiences are different. That's what makes it so interesting. Your choices are not limited. Instead, you have quite a lot to pick from. You could go to an island, ice skating, a cruise in the ocean, or exploring the wild. With such a wealth of choices, you are bound to find something that excites you. Love may find you, if you are still searching for it. It is never too late to find love. Older women have been known to find love later in their life. The man to enjoy these fun, exciting years of your life may be on the next trip. He may sit next to you on the plane or volunteer with you. Open yourself up to these opportunities. Increase in solo travelers. The idea of traveling alone has become increasingly popular. 40% of the solo travelers were female. Traditionally, a solo traveler has been single and searching. These days, it's just as likely for them to be married or in a committed relationship. Over 80% of people aged 45 and older, who have taken a trip alone, plan to make another one within the next year. If you are a single woman traveling alone, you can rest assured that you will come across many solo travelers. Tips for traveling solo. Pick a quality travel agency that has a good track record to book your trip. Do thorough research on travel agents and tour agencies. Seek recommendations from friends who have traveled and read up customer reviews on the internet. While comparing trip prices, be sure to be comparing trips of the same quality. Consider small groups traveling for their security and a travel director who is ready to assist you. For safety purposes, ask the hotel clerk to write down your room number instead of verbally announcing it. You can check your room number once you are on the lift. Join a group that interests you, such as a women-only travel or health and fitness or community service. This way you will be with like-minded individuals, you will be fulfilling your dream, and you will not feel out of place. Do not put off your dreams to travel because you are single. Join other like-minded women and have a good time.